of the candidates to do an introduction, tell us who you are, tell us what you do, and all that good stuff. Y'all been through this before, okay? So, Ms. Sharon, if you want to go first, we'll just go this way, okay?
Sure. Good evening, everyone. My name is Sharon King. I am a registered nurse. I've been a nurse for almost 30 years. I am currently in school obtaining my family nurse practitioner's degree. I am a family woman. I have 2 sons, one who recently passed away, and I am also married. I am the Chief Health Officer at Lamar County Middle School, the school nurse, and I am also served on the COVID team in Lamar County for the school system, as well as Upson County. I'm on the task force here, and I'm also on the ethics committee. I am very involved in the community. Any kind of activities that I can serve people, that's what I do. Past history, I've lived here all of my life, without the exception of 2011 to 2018. I returned back in 2019, and my servitude has continued since that point. I look forward to answering your questions tonight. I'm just excited to be here, and thank you for this honor, for having this forum tonight.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Lori Lindsay. I want to thank the organizers that put this event together, and all of you who come out tonight instead of staying home to watch the race. I have been a resident of Thomaston for most of my life. I have 2 grown children and 6 grandchildren who all live here in town, or in Thomaston. I have worked in the cancer research field for 30 years and worked remotely for Piedmont Healthcare, managing the cancer programs for Atlanta, Fayette, Newnan, and Henry. And I also work closely with the programs in Athens, Columbus, and Macon. The decision to run for mayor pro tem was not a difficult one in some respects, but it did take some soul searching. I am an ordinary citizen who, like you, believes it's time for a change. Not the kind of change that gets forced on us, but the kind of change that we can all participate in as a community. I'm a shy person by nature, but my desire to help direct positive change and inclusive change is why I chose to step up. Thomaston is a great town. We have always gone out of our way to help each other. We have so many resources at our fingertips, and I want to focus on what is working and eliminate what is not working. Our resources should be put to the best possible use for everyone. We work hard to pay the taxes that are entrusted to the City Council. I want to know how you would like to see your tax money spent and what kind of changes you think are important in our town. Your voice matters to me. You deserve to be heard. I believe we have the best opportunity that we've had in years right now to participate in the direction of our city, and I am looking forward to hearing your questions and your concerns.
I'm Doug Head. I've lived here all my life. I have 2 daughters that live one in the Atlanta area and one is in a master's program in Boston. But I've lived here all my life. I went to RE then went on to Georgia, and then went and lived in some other places, but I always thought I would come back here, and I have. In 2004, I was elected to the City Council and been here for 17 years. And a lot of people might say, Doug, you've done it for 17 years, why do you want to do it 4 more years? Well, I want to because I think the best is yet to come. In the last 5 years, if you look at the record, we've accomplished probably more in the last 5 than in the last 10. And we've recently, as most of you know, if you follow the paper, have seen the master plan and the rural designation that followed that. And I think there's the ability where I think in 5 years we're going to look back on this town and we're going to see a town that 25 to 40-year-old people are going to say, I want to come back here and live. There's some super positive things going on. I think we've had success over my term in finances, public safety, and infrastructure, and quality of life issues. I'm more excited about this town and what I see going on than I've ever been in my life.
Thank y'all, sorry. Thank you so much. We're going to have questions, and we're going to give each candidate 2 minutes to answer the question. You don't have to have 2 minutes if you finish within the before 2 minutes. But if you go past 2 minutes, you will hear the buzz, okay? So that's just so that we would have more time for more questions. And the questions were submitted. Mickey is going to ask those questions, as well as any of the citizens that are sitting out here. If you have any questions, I can come to you, or you can come to the mic, okay? All right.
So we're ready. Again, each question will be presented to each of the candidates to answer, and we'll start question number 1. What is your proactive strategy and forward-thinking vision to get badly needed and good-paying jobs in our area and actually grow the number of jobs here and not just replace the ones lost? Ms. King, if you'd like to start.
Absolutely. Can you hear me?
I was going to ask, can everyone hear?
Laura needs to pull her mic closer to her.
Is that better?
It's good? Yeah, it's good.
And by the way, if you need me to repeat the question to each candidate, I'm glad to do so.
Okay. We have over 400 plus jobs currently available in the community that people are just not applying to. I've seen several flyers via social media and advertising these positions, and I shared them even on my personal and my campaign page. However, to have good paying jobs and to grow our employment rate, we need the right industries here and a solid base of human capital. As I think about this, it is the council, local government leaders, and the private sectors that can work together on tackling job security. I highly think that further devolution of economic and fiscal power from all levels of government is needed. There is no single answer to this question, but a vision that I have discussed with my campaign team and sought advice from others on the issues include fighting for lower interest rates, foster more public workers, and encourage public works like building of roads and bridges. And I say this because public works creates jobs and put workers to work quick. Another thing is fighting for unemployment benefits, and these benefits will keep people from being homeless. And I and other business owners want to encourage everybody to expand their businesses here in Thomaston.
Ms. King, thank you.
You're welcome.
Lori, do you need the question?
I know that the I.B.A.I. is working diligently to entice businesses to Thomaston, and I will work with them. We have been lucky to have new restaurants, and I can hear a new hotel is coming. Any new jobs are good for our community. However, we do need more career jobs, but we also need more people willing to work those jobs. Kyle Fletcher did a presentation at one of the city council meetings a few months back about how they received a grant from Southern Crescent Technical College for $50,000 geared toward high school seniors undecided on their future. They offered a 2-week free course at the end, and at the end, those attending would receive a certificate verifying they had learned certain skills. No one attended. So not only do we need to entice more industry and businesses to Thomaston, but we also need to find ways to improve our workforce so that we have workers for these jobs. We can do this through mentorship programs. I will work with the Workforce Development Task Force to find ways to make Thomaston more prosperous.
Incumbent Ed.
Okay, I think one point of clarification is that the challenge is not so much bringing good paying jobs to our community, as the challenge is really to find unemployment people willing to go to work. There's so many jobs that are available. In Thomaston and Upson County alone, there's a couple of hundred jobs probably available right now in a variety of positions. When you say, well, what about the position? From entry level all the way to high supervisory level, such as HR You got Chief, you got Interform, you got Standard Textile, and other industries. They're all hiring. What I worry is we're a bit limited in our ability to go out and recruit bigger industries because of the workforce that's available here. Recapturing the thousands of jobs that were lost when the mills shut down due to NAFTA, that's not going to happen. Now, if you get 50 to 100 people in a job force coming in, somebody willing to hire 50 to 100, that's a big hit. Textile mills today have such state-of-the-art technology and innovation that they just don't need a bunch of employees. What they need, and every business needs employees with a skill set. People say, well, I want a good paying job. Yeah. The question is, what is the skill set you have? And let me tell you, Southern Crescent is willing to train people. I would just tell people, take the job, get the skill set, and work hard, and you will find that advancement comes there. I work with the D.A.I.B.A.I and know their workforce challenges, and so I think the jobs are available. You got to get the skill set in.
Second question, we'll start with Ms. Lindsay. Did you take out a PPP loan? And if you did, for what reasons did you take it out? Did you pay it off? Or did you use an exemption?
No, I did not take a PPP loan. To me, these loans were for people who did not work full-time and who own businesses and lost income during COVID. I'm saddened to know that so many people in our area received these seemingly unqualified loans. I've heard that other counties are investigating the rest of those that were not qualified for these loans, and I truly hope that all in our town are investigated as well. This was hundreds of thousands of dollars that our taxpayer money was wasted. So no, I did not.
Mr. Hill?
No, I didn't. I'm fortunate that I had a full-time job. I will say PPP loans are often people that were on their own businesses. I work in a bank, so I helped coordinate people who applied for those jobs, and as well as for other loans through the SBA. But no, I didn't get a PPP loan.
And Ms. Key?
I did. I own two businesses, one here in Thomaston, Georgia, that I started in March of this year. It is a learning center, Right Choices Learning Center, and I did receive the loan. I also provided all of the documentation for what my money was used for. I used my money for staff. I also used it for enrichment programs during the summer for the children. I took them out of town on field trips, also provided and bought the food, paid the bills there at my facility here. I submitted for forgiveness for this loan, submitted all of my paperwork, and I'm very proud to say that my loan was forgiven. One thing that I would like to say as well is that there were physicians here in Thomaston that received the money, PPP loans, other large corporations here in Thomaston. This is all public knowledge, so this is just not for people who maybe didn't have money during COVID. It's public knowledge. You can go to the page, as many people have done, and commented on my Mayor Pro Tem page about it. So it's not just for people who did not have the funds. So large corporations here in Thomaston and physicians and other people besides those people apply for loans and receive those loans over $200,000 from people.
Thank you, Ms. King.
You're welcome.
Third question, we'll start with incumbent Doug Head. Based on your personal and career experiences of budget stewardship, why do you think you would be the best Mayor Pro Tem to fill this position? And you already are.
Yeah. Well, I think a great advantage I have is I've been 38 years in the banking industry. And all of those years,